Okay, we're going to continue our math lessons with lesson 1.8, problem solving on page 35 of your Go Math textbook. So today we're going to be using comparison problems with addition and subtraction. And our essential question is, how can you use the strategy draw a diagram to solve comparison problems with addition and subtraction? So let's do some practicing on this. Hot air balloon festivals draw large crowds of people. The attendance on the first day of one festival was 17,350. On the second day, the attendance was 18,925. How many more people attended the hot air balloon festival on the second day? Use the graphic organizer to help you solve the problem. What do I need to find? How many more people attended the second day than the first? Okay, and what information do I need? So that's the information we circled. On the first day, 17,350 people attended, and on the second day, 18,925 people attended. So how will I use the information? What strategy can you use? I can use a bar model. To compare and find the difference. So I can use a bar model to compare and find the difference. Okay, so solve the problem. I can draw a bar model and write an equation to represent the problem. So we know that the second day there was 18,925. We know that that is more than the first day. So if the first day was the same as the second day, it would be the same length as the first box. But it's a little smaller. It has less people. And so we're showing this as a shorter bar in the first day. And then this little space here represents how much bigger the second day is. Okay, and so we're going to subtract to solve our problem. So we're going to take the second day, which was larger, and we will subtract the first day. We're going to line up our place value right to left, starting with the ones place. Okay, 5 ones take away 0 ones is 5. 2 tens take away 5 tens. We can't do that, so we'll regroup, and we'll trade the 9 hundreds for 100 or 800s and 10 tens. And so we're trading the 92 tens for 8 hundreds and 12 tens. Okay, 12 tens take away 5 tens is 7. 800s take away 300 is 500. 8,000 take away 7,000 is 1,000. So the little space is 1,575 more people. Okay, turn to page 36. During an event, a hot air balloon traveled a distance of 5,110 feet during the first trip and 850 feet more during the second trip. How far did it travel during the second trip? So we know that it traveled 5,000 during the first trip, 850 more on the second trip. So what do we need to find? We need to find how far did it travel during the second trip. What information do you need to know? First trip, 5,110 feet. Second trip, 850 feet more than first. So what can we use? You can draw a diagram or use a bar model. To find how many feet it traveled in the second trip. Okay, so now we're going to solve the problem. We know that the first trip was 5,110 feet, and the second trip was that same 510 plus 850. So we know that the second trip has to be slightly bigger than the first trip because it was 850 more feet. So this, we're just going to add the additional 850. 0 ones plus 0 ones is 0. 5 tens plus 1 10 is 6 tens. 800 plus 100 is 900. And 5,000 plus nothing, 5,960. 5,960 is reasonable because if I estimate 5,000 for the first trip plus about 1,000 for the second trip, it would be about 6,000 feet. And so 5,960 is close to 6,000. 5,960 is reasonable because if I estimate 5,000 plus 1,000, first trip plus second trip, I get 6,000. And 6,000 is close to the sum I found of 5,960. Okay, so now, share and show, let's practice these. So 1, hot air balloons are able to fly at very high altitudes. A world record height of 64,997 feet was set in 1988. In 2005, a new record of 68,986 feet was set. How many feet higher was the 2005 record than the 1988 record? So I look at my drawings here, and the longer box would be the 2005. So in 2005, it was 68,986 feet, which was bigger than the record of 1988, which was 64,997. So we need to find how many feet higher. We need to solve 68,986, take away 64,997. Start with the greater number and subtract the smaller value. Okay, make sure that I've lined up each of the place values, and they do. I can't take 7 ones from 6 ones, so I'll regroup the 8 tens as 7 tens and 1 10. 10 ones. 8 tens as 7 tens and 1 10 and 10 ones. 16 take away 7 is 9. 7 tens take away 9 tens I can't do, so I'll rename the 900s as 800 and 10s. 17 take away 9 tens is 8 tens. 800 take away 900, I'd have to rename from the 8,000s. 8,000s can be renamed as 7,000s and 10 hundreds. 18 take away 900 is 900. 7,000 take away 4 is 3. So it was 3,989 feet higher. So what if a new world record was set of 70,000 feet? How many feet higher would the new record be than the 2005? So this time we have 70,000 take away 68,986. So I can't take 6 ones from none. There's no tens to regroup. There's no hundreds. There's no thousands. So I'm going to start with regrouping from the 10,000s. I'm going to rename the 10,000s as 6,000 and 6 10,000s and 10,000 ones. I can rename the 10,000 ones as 9,000s and 10 hundreds. I can rename the 10 hundreds as 9 hundreds and 10 tens. I can rename the 10 tens as 9 tens and 10 ones. So 10 take away 6 is 4. 9 take away 8 tens is 1. 900 take away 900 is 0. 9,000 take away 8,000 is 1,000. So it'd be 1,014 feet higher. Last year, ticket sales for a commercial hot air balloon ride were $109,076. This year, the ticket sales were $125,805. How much more were the ticket sales this year than last year? So we have $125,805. And we're going to subtract the amount of the previous year to find out how much more money was made. I cannot take 6 from 5. There are no 10s to regroup. So I'm going to start with regrouping this 800s as 700 and 10 tens. Now I can rename the 10 tens as 9 tens and 10 ones. 15 take away 6 is 9. 9 tens take away 7 tens is 2. 700 take away no hundreds is 7. 5,000 take away 9,000. I can't do, but I can rename the 2 10,000s as 1 10,000 and 10 10,000 and 10 1,000s. 15 take away 9 is 6. 1 10,000 take away 9 is 1. So it's $16,729 more this year. A musician first album sells 234,499 copies the first week it was released. During the second week, another 432,112 albums were sold. How many more albums were sold during the second week than the first? So this is be my second week. And the first week is not going to be as long because there was not as many records sold or albums sold. But we need to find out how much more or how much is missing from the first week that would have made them equal. So we are subtracting. Line up your place value. Okay, I can't take 9 from 2 ones, so I'll regroup the 110 as no 10s and 10 ones. 12 take away 9 is 3 ones. 0 take away 9 tens. I can't do that. I'll rename the 100 as no hundreds and 10 tens. 10 take away 9 tens is 110. 0 take away 4 hundreds. Can't do that. So I'll rename the 2000s as 1000 and 10 hundreds. 10 take away 400 is 600. 1000 take away 4000 I can't do. I'll rename the 3 10,000s as 2 10,000s and 10 hundreds. So 11 take away 4 is 7,000. 2 10,000s take away 3 cannot do. So I'll rename the 400,000 as 300,000 and 10 10,000s. 12 take away 3 is 9. 3 take away 200,000, 1. So they sold 197,613 more albums. Okay. Number 5. Steve Fawcett attempted to fly around the world in a balloon several times before he succeeded in 2002. How many more miles did he fly during the 2002 flight than the August 1998 flight? So I need 2002 and 1998. And our information up here says use the table for numbers 5 and 6. So these are his balloon flights. These are the years, and these are his distances in miles. So his 2002 flight was 20,482. His August 1998 was less, and it wants to know how many more miles. So that would be subtract. So 20,482 take away 14,235. We can't take 5 from 2 ones, so I'll rename the 8 tens as 7 tens and 1 10, and 10 ones. 12 ones take away 5 is 7 ones. 7 tens take away 3 tens is 4 tens. 400 take away 200 is 200. I can't take 4,000 from 0,000s, so I'll rename the 2,000 10,000s as 1 10,000 and 10,000 ones. 10 take away 4 is 6, so 6,247,000 more miles. Number 6, is the combined distance for the 1998 flights more or less than the distance for the 2002 flight? So the 1998 flights, when I look at the table, I see that there's 2 dates. So combined means to add. Okay. So I need to make sure my place values lined up, and they are. So I'm going to add 5 and 3 is 8. 3 tens and no tens is 3 tens. 800 and 200 is 1000, which can be renamed as 1000 and 0 hundreds. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus the regroup 1000 is 10,000, which can be renamed as 100,000 and 0 10,000. 100,000 plus 10,000 can be renamed as 1 10,000 and 0 thousands. 1 10,000 plus 1 10,000 is 20,000. So combined, these are the 1998 flights. The 2008 flight is 20,482. So 2002, 20,482 is greater than 20,038. So is the combined distance for the 1998 flights more or less? So the 1998 flights are less than the 2002 flight because 20,038 is less than 20,482. Number 7. There were 665 hot air balloon pilots at a hot air balloon race. There were 1,550 more ground crew members than there were pilots. How many pilots and ground crew members were there all together? So I noticed this is going to be a two-step problem because they didn't actually give me the total amount of ground crew members. They just told me that it was this many more than the hot air balloon. So we have 665 hot air balloon pilots plus 1,550 more ground. So to figure out the number of ground members, I'm going to have to add. So 1,550 plus 665. My place values lined up. So 5, 6 tens and 5 tens is 11 tens. Rename that as 100 and 110. 6 and 5 is 11 again, plus one more is 12. So 1,200 can be renamed as 1,000 and 200. And 1,000 plus 1,000 is 2. So there's 2,215 ground crews members. So now we can combine the 2,215 ground crew members and the 665 hot air balloon to find out how much there were altogether. 5 and 5 is 10. Regroup and rename that as 110, 0 ones. 6 tens plus 110 plus 110 is 8 tens. 600 plus 200 is 800. Plus 2,000, 2,880 pilots and ground crew. Ground crew members. All right, number 8. The first year Becky owned her car, she drove it 14,378 miles. The second year, she drove it 422 fewer miles than the first year. She bought the car with 16 miles on it. How many miles were on the car at the end of the second year? So we're given that the first year was 14,378. We have to figure out the second year. So the second year was 422 fewer than the first year. So let's subtract those. 8 take away 2 is 6 ones. 7 tens take away 2 tens is 5. I can't take 400 from 300, so I'm going to rename that as 3,000 and 10 hundreds. 13 take away 400 is 900. Okay, so the second year, she drove 13,956. So now we're going to combine all three numbers that we need. So first year plus the second year plus the 16. Okay, so first year, second year, plus the 16 that were already on the car. All right, 6 and 6 is 12, plus 8 more is 21. I will rename that as 2 tens and no ones. 7 and 2 more is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15. So 15 tens will be renamed as 100 and 5 tens. 900 plus 100 is 10, plus 3 more is 1,300. I'll rename that as 1,300. 4,000 plus 3,000 plus 1,000 is 8,000. 10,000 plus 10,000, 28,000. So Becky has 28,350 miles at the end of her second year. Okay, so that's it for our lesson on 1.8. We have completed chapter 1. So the next thing we'll be doing is the chapter 1 review to practice for our test. And so until we do the chapter 1 review, may the numbers always be in your favor.